Hey. Not sure. It's not showing that I'm live yet. So if you guys can see or hear me, let me know. There we go. Now it says I'm live. Howdy, howdy, guys. Dark Lord, hello. Lila. Cora, what's going on? Brenda. That's awesome. Hopefully you got the watch hours off of 3 channels. Good job. Hey, you got your first one under your belt? It's all downhill from here. They get easier as you go. Hey, Rebecca. David. Oh, I'm glad that you got your earbuds. And Tiny Tim, Terry, Uncle Jesse. I am waiting. Stephanie Perkins. Who else do we got here? Oh, Bautissimo's in the house. Christian. I'm waiting on my guest. I don't know if he fell in the water or what. There he is. All right. Said to give him 5 minutes. I just texted you the link, Murph. So, again, Murph's going to come up, but wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do what we said we were last night in the little pop-up live. They had some issues getting onto the water today. They eventually did get they did get out fishing. He could not take video due to the how do we say this? Due to this the inclement weather they had to deal with. There was fog, and it was just a really nasty day in Newfoundland. So, unfortunately, he was able to go out, and he is, very, very windy. So, we will wait for Murph to come up, and if one of my moderators could drop his link, I will pin it to the top. And again, if you don't have Surf and Turf with Murph, grab him up. He's new to the community. We've got breaking news. FYI, Tasha's live has been canceled tonight. She has got a family emergency. So, Tasha's had to cancel her live later on due to a family emergency. Tasha, if you're listening, don't know what it is, but praying that all is well. I guess if she's not listening, I should really answer her, right? Hey, JB, what's going on? Well, the fun's going to start soon. Murph, where did you go? You popped into the basement and I went, boop. Oh, there he is.
Hello, everyone.
Good day. I am going to ask that you turn off your TV so that I can keep this monetized. Because if they pick it up, they are going to take my monetization off this channel or off the feed.
I will go to what?
Take my water out there.
It's in the fridge. I will go downstairs.
All right. Well, even in the kitchen, because aren't you going to?
That's where the radio is right now.
Oh.
And
Well-
Mom has a few friends over.
Oh. Okay.
So it's what we have to deal with right now.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We roll with the punches. So, ooh, look at the psychedelic purple lights, man.
They're actually pink. They just look purple right now.
Okay. All right. Shooting me down all over, man.
No,
Yeah.
Abby wanted them, so I bought them and put them up for her.
Absolutely. Whoa, what? Happy wife, happy life.
That's
You're
right.
starting out young. That's it.
But no, starting today, it was very foggy. We couldn't see much. We were using the compass on the boat to actually get out to where we were going because we couldn't see the hand ahead of us.
Wow.
We got out there just outside the harbor, and then the winds picked up.
Oh, jeez. Well,
I'd say about a meter and a half waves. Beat around like a rag doll. 2 cuts
nice.
with a rope, mind you.
How did you manage that?
I have a cut from side to side on my finger from a rope.
Wow. All right. Wow. So, is it normal to have? Well, I suppose you guys are starting to cool down now, right? So, you guys are going to start getting quite a bit of
Wind?
what? Well, wind and
Fog.
fog. You guys are going to start getting a great amount of fog. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, I totally understand why you couldn't take video.
Yeah.
If you guys are running compasses trying to get out to the fishing hall. Yeah.
One person on each side of the boat to see how deep water we were in. It was definitely one of the worst days I've been out.
All right, so I'm going to have to say that I'm going to come sooner rather than later next summer.
Yes.
Like, really, it's only the 1st of August, and you guys are already starting to get into some bad, or not
Foul
bad,
weather.
but some different weather, right?
Yep.
And I just want to say hello to Jismar. Hello. Nana's Crazy Life. Hey, Donna. Troy, Barrion Forge. I am just
Dog wants in.
about to.
You know,
I
Dad's
will-
cool when the dog wants to come down with Dad.
Wow.
You got food in your bowl, and you don't need to go flicking it across the room or down over the stairs like last night.
Yeah, that was a little different last night. And I'm just going to, sorry guys, I'm just pinning Murph's channel up to the top of the chat. So if you don't have Murph, go grab him up. I know a lot of yous were in the pop-up live last night that it wasn't.
And I have 3 different things for tonight, not just one.
I know. So we've decided, or we didn't decide. Jesse and I were up on panel last night, and we're like, well, why don't you cook some cod on the live tomorrow night? And well, he's got some. Tell us what you got.
I got some cod tongues, some cod cheeks, and some cod napes.
Ooh. So now we got to wait till we can kick Abby's mom and her friends out of the kitchen.
Yes.
Because in Newfoundland, it's all about the kitchen parties.
Yep.
So what might have to happen is he's going to go up and do a fish fry, and he's not going to get any because he's going to have to give it to the guests.
So obviously you know what tongues are and cheeks are, but napes is a very common one that most people throw away. So it's what it is when you have your codfish this way, it's their head, and in the fin directly behind their gill, this little triangle piece, and it's the meat from in there.
I'll take your word for it.
It's a lot of work to get, but it's just like scallops.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So did we ever luck out today? We were going to have surf and turf for dinner.
Yeah.
We went into Costco and they had mussels. I'm going to say it's a 5-pound bag of mussels for $9.99. So, needless to say, we didn't feel like doing the mussels tonight, so we're going to wait and have them on Monday.
I get mussels here for 99 cents a pound.
Well, yeah. But it also takes you 12 hours by boat to get to your little island.
Not counting the plane ride or the drive.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, Sarah, fish head is awesome. Oh, Sarah.
I haven't eaten the heads yet. That is the next thing I'm going to try.
Well, and just an FYI, I'm not going to be on that late tonight.
Okay.
And I've got a full day tomorrow. I've got township commitments from 8:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock. So needless to say, Monday I am going to be sleeping all day because that is going to kick the living bejesus out of me. But that's okay. That's what I signed up for. And,
Dark Lord, drool's making me hungry.
I know. And Miss Sarah's in here. So maybe what we can do tonight is like we did last night is we'll do a love raid over on Miss Sarah's channel as she sings her heart out. And I just, Sarah, I've watched that video that you actually made, like fish head soup and all that stuff. I'll stick to the fillets.
You haven't tried tongues or cheeks yet?
Well, no. It's the same thing as whenever you wouldn't believe the amount of meat that people leave on pigs.
Yep.
Whenever they butcher.
Yep.
Probably the best meat on a pig is the jowl. It's better than bacon.
Really?
And a lot. Oh yeah. I'd say I do a video, but it took me 2 months to get out of YouTube jail for processing of the cows. So.
Really?
Oh yeah, they didn't like that. I got. It wasn't a full strike, but the letter I got was that I broke the community, whatever, and that I could not. They had to set my that particular video to 18 plus. They had to protect me from children. Quote. That angered me. And,
it's a good skill to know how to do.
Well, that's it. again, I don't want to get on the same old soapbox, but
Yeah.
farm, ranch, homesteading, it's all about okay. Sorry, Tasha just sent me a message. But,
Okay.
so her live is canceled tonight,
Okay.
but Miss Sarah will probably be on till her normal time of 11. I'm not sure when she. Scott, you know what
You're not
the
going to bed
best
with
person.
Ed.
Absolutely, Rebecca. The jowl is. Yeah, there's not much of it. There's not much of it, but man, it's better than bacon. What I do is I use that for either baked beans.
Yeah.
Really good in baked beans.
Dixie,
Another thing that we use
it get out of it.
yeah, a lot of it we use for baked beans because there's just the right amount of fat to meat ratio, and it gives the beans an amazing taste.
Okay.
And I learned how to make dumplings today.
Yeah, I was in that live too. I was just late showing up.
Yeah. No, Sarah went on, and a very unique dumpling she made. I'm not going to say a whole lot more. You guys will have to go over and watch her video from today. But just the different ingredients that I've never seen a dumpling made with shrimp, chicken, and pork. And then the
You lost me at the first one.
Well, yes, you would have to leave out the shrimp, or you balloon up like a oversized balloon. I get it.
A beached whale, you would say?
I was being nice. I was trying to be nice, but I'm just trying to keep up with the chat, make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Hey, Jody Young, and
Hey, David family.
What's that?
David's
yes,
family.
that's our brother Marvin and his wife Corrine. See, she gets angry with me whenever I address Marvin before her, so I make sure I do it all the time now. And those of you that don't know, Corrine and Marvin have been going live at 8 p.m. Sundays. Sorry, 8 p.m. Sunday, and it's usually a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So if you're got nothing to do after Joe's live, because Joe's been going a little. Speaking of man, and he pops in. Hello, Joe. Garden State Gardener. So yeah, I moderate for both of them. So I have my phone going, I've got my iPad going, and whenever Danny at Wicked Awesome Gardening was going live as well, that was a busy Sunday night. But so yeah, Joe had surgery. Believe it or not, his garden kicked his butt, and he needed surgery on his ankle.
Something like yours did with with your eye.
What's that?
I said something like yours did with your eye.
We're not to speak of that, mister. Gardens aren't anything to play with. Trust me. Between Joe and I, he had surgery, and well, I just about lost my eye. But we both made it through, and I've got to do. I will probably do a video Tuesday about my garden. I do it on my back deck, and well, I've ventured off the deck this year. I don't know, some kind of bug has got into my zucchinis and they're dying. It's too
Still,
late. Oh yeah, like I tried to cut everything, all my dead patches back, and I've got one zucchini left. Now I did get enough zucchinis for. I have 3 loaves, and I've got some stuff just processed that I can make zucchini loaves or put it in the soup or something for
thank
the
you,
winter.
Garden State Gardener, for subscribing to me. Just popped up.
Yes, that's Joe.
It's going to take me a while to learn names.
Well, that's it. You know everybody on TikTok, and some of these folks go by different names on TikTok. So you know who they are, but you don't know who they are on YouTube.
Yeah.
But absolutely, Dark Lord. We both got our butts kicked by gardens, and well, Joe took the biggest kick, so you know it. And he just got his garden just about all planted, and then it kicked his butt. And yeah, I'm going to hit it with some diatomaceous earth. We're supposed to get some rain tonight. So
I don't want to see rain after today.
Well,
I walked out of Sobeys and it was coming down by the 5-gallon bucket.
Okay, but where do you live?
Newfoundland.
You live in the Atlantic Ocean on an island. You ain't hate to say it, but all right, Green. Yeah, it's all good. He's got to learn that he can't press that button.
Wi-Fi gave out.
Oh, jeez. I just figured you were pressing buttons again like last night.
No, Wi-Fi gave out that time. I'm using data now.
Yeah. Scotty, pour banana water on zucchini plants. Supposed to. Is this a? I've never heard of that, Jesse.
That's fine. Interesting.
What are you doing?
Getting granola bars because supper was not enough food.
Oh no! Where'd you go?
The Indian place in town.
Oh.
So
Was that the youngest or the oldest?
Middle.
I meant girl.
Well, Mackenzie's gone for the weekend.
So that's Brooke.
Bye. Have fun. Be safe.
Always.
Love you. Yeah. Every Saturday night they go. Bunch of their little group that they have. A couple of the guys rent a cottage.
That's fine.
Like that's their house. It's a converted cottage converted into a house. So
That's fine.
yeah, they have skidoos and whatever else and ice fish and everything all winter. And
believe it or not, for being a Newfoundlander, ice fishing is one thing I've never done.
Really?
Yeah. Because the river.
Well, actually, you know what? You guys had a pretty warm winter last year. Like you really didn't have, except for a couple big snowstorms.
Yep.
You guys didn't have a whole lot of snow.
No.
Oh, here we go. Dark Lord. Banana peels, banana tea. It makes a good fertilizer for plants. Yeah, I've got fertilizer on it. I just don't. I'm going to try. Like, man, I'm trying. I would rather eat my own zucchini where I know it came from, and it was really nice tonight. We were trying to decide what vegetable to have with our steak and potatoes tonight. I'm like, well, why don't I go to the garden and get a fresh zucchini? And then I just sliced it up, rolled it around in some extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic. Oh, man, that was good.
Garlic is the spice that rules the world.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you watched Sarah, like the dumplings that she made, she put a full head of garlic in and she added more garlic powder. I'm like, wow. No
This is a woman
vampires are
after
gonna,
our own heart.
yeah. No vampires are gonna go anywhere near Sarah's house tonight. But yes, thank you, Jesse, for dropping all the links, all the moderators. Appreciate you. And
I use lemon juice to keep most bugs off. I water once a week with lemon juice. I've only had one bug still munching on the plants. Grasshopper.
we had grasshopper in it now. Hopefully Mike and Terry don't throw anything at me right now, but they're infested with grasshoppers and whatever. But I gotta say, we don't. I bet you it's been 2 years since I've seen a grasshopper here.
Garden
And-
State Gardener? To answer your question, no, I don't. I used to play rugby, though.
Yeah, he's a rugby player, Joe. But that's okay. So was I. So it. Numismatic, Toonie, or Baywap? I missed something.
What? Where? Oh, County or Baywap? I am from the Bay, Numis.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yes. But yeah, you'd think he played football, Joe, with his thick gullet.
Numis, I will be going to the regatta with my girlfriend. Yes, I will. It's only about 10 minutes from where my girlfriend lives.
There you go. Collab. There you go.
What, is he from Newfoundland as well?
Seems to know. Seems to be in the know.
I'm waiting for a response now.
Mm-hmm.
No, regatta's the boat races they do here every year.
Hmm.
This is the longest consecutive event in St. John's.
Cool. Do they do it in the harbor where something can come up and go over the side of your boat and eat you?
No, I didn't tell you something. You just reminded me. Guess what came up chasing Mr. Fishy Fish today?
Oh no!
Mr. Sharky Shark.
Did you get him?
No. I got the fishing over the board and he jumped about 5 feet away from the boat.
What was it?
Great white.
Nice.
About 8 or 9 feet long. Close enough to put your adrenaline through the roof.
I was going to say, whenever you're on a 24-foot boat and you got an 8 or 9 foot shark jumping at you, right. So you're going to pucker a little bit.
It's the second one
Say
I've
a
ever
few Hail
seen.
Marys. It's a good one. Have some swish for me. And hunting and stuff with JJ. Howdy.
Hunting.
All right. And it was a great first live, Brenda. I was in and out. I was doing a bunch of things. I was cooking dinner and I was talking to this fella trying to get things all sorted out. And you
I'm
take
just
care.
waiting to hear the front door close so I can run upstairs and start cooking.
Oh, are they actually going out tonight?
Yeah.
All right. That's all. It's all good. Normally we're on till midnight, so it really doesn't matter. But
Loomis, I don't like fish and brews. Do you know what that is, Scott?
no.
Codfish and hard bread.
And who?
Hard bread.
I don't like hard bread.
I can sit down and eat hard bread like an apple, and I can sit down and eat fish like nothing, but I do not like two of them together.
So, okay, tell everybody what hard bread is.
It's a it's like a bread but a biscuit all in one, and it comes in a package is made by a local factory here called Purity, and it's about the size of a bar of soap. And you have to soak it in water for it to get soft.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah, I used to put butter on it and chew on it. It's like chewing on rocks.
I always got to wonder about you Newfoundlanders.
I salted half of my cod today too.
Oh, did you?
I'm making fish cakes.
Nice. That's, yeah. Well, I was going to say your freezer must be doing all right because you've been going out at least twice a weekend.
It reminds me of a softball. Pretty much the same thing. Me and Dad have to buy a new deep freeze to make it number 3 for the moose for this year.
Well, why don't you wait until you shoot the moose before you buy a freezer for the moose?
But we already have 2 deep freezes full. So we have no more room for anything. So I have to buy one either way. One is full of fish, the other is full of regular groceries.
Actually, we have 2. I'm cleaning the third one out right now. We're just using everything out of it so that I can put Penelope in the freezer. And Dixie. No.
Hey, baby.
She doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera tonight.
Come here, baby. Come up and see Dad. Come up and cuddle with Dad. Come on.
So yeah, we were supposed to go get our pigs last week.
Yeah.
But it turned out that we have to wait till next week. It don't matter. They're still getting their weight. The guy's actually going to give us markets for the same price as
Give it up.
As babies. So it's good, better for us.
Give it up. She's in that mood again, Scott.
Oh boy. Just put her on the floor.
But then she'll just walk back up her ramp and get back on the bed. That's what I don't get. She'll use the ramp to get on the bed, but she will not use the ramp to get off.
So Jesse, what they have is each person that goes on the boat kicks in $35.
Yes.
And so if there's 4 guys on the boat, they all kick in $35, and that pays for the fuel. And that's just what they do. Actually, the first time, squirrel. The first time today I saw in Costco was cod chunks. I just about grabbed one, but we didn't bring any freezer bags with us. So I'm like, no. And like I said, I've never seen, cod chunks before. And they're already pre-breaded. It's just deep fry and, do up your fish and chips Oh, and let Abby know that those strawberry things she was showing me,
Yeah,
they don't have them here.
the chocolate covered strawberries.
Double chocolate though, white chocolate and dark chocolate.
Milk.
Huh.
Same thing.
There is only one type of chocolate, and that's milk chocolate. Fun fact that all the milk chocolate for Hershey's was made in Canada and trucked to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Fun fact. And then they moved it to Mexico, and well, it all went downhill from there. I see a couple new people in here.
I'm going to check with Dad and see if I can send you up a pack of fresh codfish.
Patty Price, I doubt it.
I have the inside scoop.
Well, I get it, but I don't. Well, if there's a plane that goes directly,
The plane lands in Ontario.
well, as long as it goes to Ottawa, the Purolator.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll have to speak with
Sorting.
Dad tomorrow.
The sorting facility's right at the end of the runway, so if they were to miss the shipment, we're in trouble.
That's why I'd bring it in 4:45 just before the air freight leaves the building.
Yeah. I've been to Hershey plant back in 2012, and I used to truck the milk chocolate. We'd bring bananas from Delaware, the Port of Delaware, and we'd either go to Toronto or Ottawa, and we'd have the reefers that the bananas came in. We'd drop them off at Hershey. They would load it full of milk chocolate, and then we would head down to Hershey, Pennsylvania, into the warehouse that literally had a mountain of chocolate.
So what way would they ship the chocolates, yeah? Would it be in like a brick or?
Yeah, it was like a 15-pound block. It
Okay.
was about 18 inches long, about 4 inches thick, 8 inches wide.
Oh, no,
And-
no.
Oh, yeah. Well, the guy down there, he goes, "Do you want one?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "There's no way in hell I'll ever eat that much chocolate."
I'll take a
And,
fraction of one, please.
oh, well, but yet we got, so we could have, they gave us like chocolate bars by the box. If there was a damaged, like a crush box or whatever, they'd put them out. Well, I had what you would call a deal with the head shipper. Once a month, I would take a mixed chocolate or a mixed box of chocolate bars,
Yeah.
and I would give it to the customs ladies going into the US. They loved me. But you know what? They were very professional. I got searched just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I never expected once anything, but yeah, I would find out which wicket they were at, or I'd take the one closest to the building. And if they weren't there and one of the guys, I'm like, "I have the lady's shipment," they knew exactly what it was. And he'd yell downstairs, and you could hear the girls like
Click,
just
click,
squeal.
click, 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 click.
Yeah, they'd squeal, and one customs agent, she'd come running up into the booth. "Thank you." She'd go down, and yeah. But it was all good and fun. I don't think you could ever do that nowadays,
No, yeah.
because people would, "Oh, well, you're trying to, you're doing this and you're trying to get away with this," and no, I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And like our waitresses, there was about 4 different restaurants we'd stop at, going down and coming home, and the waitresses never once had to buy chocolate bars because one of us would bring a box. I looked after the customs, another guy looked after the first restaurant, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Hey, it worked out, right? And they were all happy. So, and Patty Price, howdy, howdy. And there's Kareen. There's 3 of you right now. Who else is live, Kareen? Hey, Kevin. Harmless shout out. If you guys aren't going to see Kevin in Tuber Chat, naughty, naughty, naughty.
How are you, Kevin?
Go.
I subscribe to him.
Yep. So, Kevin, this is the surf and turf with Murph that showed up today. We're just trying to
Kick the parents at the house.
Yeah, no, I knew Tim. I knew she was going live. They're recording they're recording some songs, same as what they did last night. She threatened me that if I cut my live off, she would get very angry with me, and she reiterated that with an email. So I'll watch her live whenever I go to bed.
This what I did last night.
Yeah, no, she's awesome, and she's got an amazing voice, and it really sucks what happened to her, but I think they're going to be farther ahead now that they're doing all their own instrumentals.
Yeah.
Nobody can ever say that they're copying them. Even though I don't know how anybody could prove that instrumental is a copyright, prove that they're actually playing the guitar or,
Yeah.
Anyways. And there's 12 Stone Ranch. G'day, Byron. Again, if you don't have Murph, please add him. We're trying to get him up over 100 so that he can do his URL. And he was supposed to do a video today, but due to the weather conditions, they were just more worried about making it out in the ocean and making it back safe.
Yep.
So maybe, are you guys going tomorrow?
Nope. I'll be going again next Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. So
she was the choppy one today. I got soaked.
Wow.
One came over the stern and smacko.
If you're dealing with 1.5 meters seas, I know it doesn't sound like much, but in a 24-foot boat, 1.5 meters seas, you're looking at 5-6 foot waves.
You're looking at them coming up, and you're like, splash.
Yeah, you go up and you go down. Yeah. No. That's when your stomach goes up and then it comes out.
I've yet to get seasick.
You're lucky. There's some people on great big cruise ships that get seasick. So,
I'm just thankful that the boat don't ride dirty. And by ride dirty, I mean when she hits a wave, she don't dig in, she stays up.
Yeah. Well, and he probably, he did make
he
the
built
boat
it
by
that
himself. Way. Exactly. So he was able to make it. So yeah.
He built it in 2003. I confirmed that today.
Okay.
He bought the motor used in 2003, and she is a 1990 Yamaha 75.
Oh, it's just a 75 horse.
Yes,
I
that we
thought-
have. We're
I thought it
trying
was an
to.
inboard.
No, 75 outboard. We are trying to get this season out of this. The head gasket is gone.
Well, you guys, yeah, but you guys have to have the radios and whatever.
Well, he's in a small town. He knows every single house boat. Actually, the boat tour that's up here, O'Brien's and Gatherall's, he helped build both of their catamarans. So
Okay.
he gets stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's only to give someone a phone call. They'll come out and tow us in.
Well, that's it, you know. And
But
let's
the
face
winter,
it, he doesn't charge a whole lot.
not to me.
Well, no. But
He took out 3 people after us today, and he charged them almost double.
well, and he should. He should, right? So did you guys end up getting your limit?
Oh yeah, I got a couple pictures of it. I'll send you pictures of it after. Actually, the one the shark was chasing was the biggest one of the day. But I'd say it's
So,
close.
did you have to go out farther, or was that shark in pretty close?
Had to go out further.
Okay.
35 and 40 fathoms of water.
Wow. So explain to everybody that wasn't here last night what a fathom is.
So fishermen go by fathoms and miles. A mile is 1.6 kilometers, and a fathom is 6 feet. We were out in 30 and 40, so that's 120 to 240 feet of water. We were further. This is the furthest we've had to go out to get them. But now, the further we went out, it got a little bit better, slowly.
Okay.
But we didn't want to go out too far and then end up getting stuck in a rock and a hard place, and it get very bad.
Well, that's it. Especially if the,
Motor's on the way out.
well, yeah, the motor's on the way out, and you know,
Skipper's 66 years old.
yeah. G'day, Matt. Yeah, I see that, Terry. Oh,
Hey,
well,
Matt.
it is what it is. We've got 22 people in the house, so it's all good, and we'll get to cooking some pretty cool codfish parts once the ladies are done their beverages and head out.
And disappear for a couple hours.
Oh.
Peace and quiet.
Sorry, Mike. Either way, you're both handsome. Well,
Thanks.
she's cute. You're handsome. Yeah,
Thanks.
not you. You're just a pain in my. And who else we got here? So, I guess I could put the link in if anybody wants to come up. And
Yes.
if anybody has any questions, feel free.
Questions, comments, concerns, queries. List goes on.
Murph pretty much, he's an open book.
Yep.
He hasn't got a whole lot to hide. So you want to come up and chat? Come ahead.
There is one thing I have to hide, though.
Well, yes, but just keep your mouth quiet
Too.
because, you know, witness protection program told
Right.
you had to. Hey, Coastal. G'day, Jake. Hopefully, Jake, I can get the whole live going today, buddy.
But
Hopefully, I don't get ejected like I did on Thursday.
And then the live still run.
Yeah. and I couldn't get in to shut it off because they locked me out.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Not
Mike.
much, mister.
Hey,
So, Murph, this is Mike. Mike, this is Murph.
hey, how you doing, Murph?
Good. How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Mike's got 110 years in with the U.S. military, civvy, and active duty. He just
Yeah,
looks
about-
young.
Just 43.
Yeah,
He's seen some stuff in his day.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot more than he wish he did.
Yeah.
So we had our first jump accident here, Mike, in 29 years. We had a fella pass away here in town. He tried a maneuver just before landing and broke his neck upon landing.
Oh, wow.
18-year vet with the Ottawa Fire Service, and he's got over 4,000 jumps.
Wow.
And he tried to do something, an abrasive move is what they're calling it. And apparently he came down hard and snapped his neck.
He was free fall? Was he out of a plane? Oh,
7,000.
wow.
Chute open and everything else, but he was trying.
What is that?
Was that?
Oh, is that the TV? I don't know where Terry is. She left the TV running.
Oh, jeez. I was like, whoa. But
Me and Scott looking at each other.
but yeah, no, it was a pretty sad day. He's an instructor with the jump school here, and that's how fast that happens, right?
Hey, any given jump. I mean, I got 320 jumps and full combat loads, and it can happen anytime. So
That's okay, Jesse. I'll edit it out tomorrow. No biggie. I'm talking.
there's Terry. She just walked in. You move my head so she get in there.
But there you go. So yeah, once
TV.
once
Or turn the TV down a little bit.
all right. So yeah, once everybody leaves, then Murph's going to show everybody how to cook cod tongues.
Cheeks and nakes.
So something different,
Yeah.
but
Something that not everybody's used to seeing.
well, that's
What is it? What is it gonna cook?
Cod
cod
tongues.
tongues.
Cod tongues. Cow. Cod.
Fish,
COD.
Oh wow, I've never had that.
and their cheeks,
Yeah.
and the part at the, I guess it would be the neck, kind of,
Yeah.
from their head to their fin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's the
that's-
piece of fish between the gill and the fillet.
Okay.
and Jesse said, "Hey, gorgeous, you too,
Hey,
Terry."
thanks, Jesse.
I know, eh? Good old
Not too
Jesse.
I wouldn't say there is many cod tongues down there, but
That's it. They like the cold water, so.
Yep.
And it, yeah, there's even fewer cheeks. Yeah, you got that right, Jake.
Technically, there'd be fewer tongues because there's only one tongue in a cod. There's two cheeks in a cod.
Yeah.
Good point. And hey, Bearded Eagle. And just trying to see if anybody else snuck in the back door here, but I don't think so.
Oh. I hear footsteps going downstairs.
That's probably Abby.
No, it's shoes on. Abby don't have shoes on.
Well, maybe they're leaving.
One can only hope.
Hey, that's your future mother-in-law. Be nice.
I I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave.
we finally got some rain.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh my God. It was only 30 minutes, but it came down. But hey,
So most of it ran away instead of soaked in then.
I'd take anything right now.
Yeah, you guys
It's been
are
over 2 months. We haven't had no rain here.
Scott, I'm gonna leave you here for a minute and go up and investigate.
okay, buddy.
Come on,
So
you
you
got
got-
Dixie.
You guys have been like you've had rain go all around you.
Oh yeah, just it's like where we're at, it's like we watch it and it's coming, then all of a sudden it just splits. And it continuously does that. And we can see rain off in the distance, but it never rains here in our little small town. And then I seen the Crockers, they got rain up their way, and then we didn't get any rain. Brenda, she got rain. And then finally today it rained, and I mean for 30 minutes it just rained real hard. Now it's all gone.
And 12 Stone said that they had thunder but no rain.
Yeah, we had that the last couple of nights. We just had thunder and lightning.
Well, even look at Joe. He's never saw the leaves off the trees in July
Yeah,
before in New Jersey.
yeah.
That's
Well, we have no leaves on our trees, but that's because of the grasshoppers.
You know, like I was saying, as growing up as kids, we always had grasshoppers around. We used it for fishing bait.
Yeah, but we're talking in the millions.
Wow.
I mean, when I go to work or come home, I mean, it's just caked on my vehicle. I mean, it is insane how many come every year about this time. They eat everything they can get their hands on, their mouth on, then they die, but they've already laid their eggs and everything, and next year it'll just repeat again. It's bad. Chickens are loving it.
Oh,
Oh
free
yeah.
food.
You know how normally a chicken will get something and they chase them around? Well, everybody has one in their mouth all the time, so nobody's chasing anybody. It ain't no fun no more watching them. They're fat and happy. Feed bills going down.
Wow.
Yeah,
That in itself right there is a blessing.
yeah.
But yeah, no. And like I said, I bet you it's 3 years since I've seen a grasshopper.
Yeah.
And we always had grasshoppers.
Hey, you two want to knock it off? Get in there with your mom. Go. Get in there.
Womp womp womp.
There you go.
Oh, they were just
Like having kids.
They went
Oh,
out
yeah.
to get other stuff.
Oh well. It is what it is.
And the weather today is so nice.
Jesus, I
Because of
missed
that
32
rain and
comments.
cloud coverage. It was still low 80s around noontime still. And it's been for the last couple of months, it's been between 94 and 110 every single day for 2 months now. It's insane.
Today it was only 17 here.
Yeah.
So 17 would be 24, 50. No, that'd be 66.
Yeah.
Don't be making that joke. Mike's gonna throw some at you.
Man, it's crazy here.
That's just crazy that, like Dark Lord said, with that many grasshoppers, you shouldn't have to feed the chickens.
Oh,
Just let them go out in the pasture where you just mowed it down.
but I was out there mowing to get the grass down between us and the chickens, and it was, like getting head in the head with rocks, but then they just stick on you. So I'm trying. I got a zero turn. I'm steering like this, and I'm wiping bugs off me. So,
Oh man, Jesse, no, it shouldn't. I know up here they eat everything, and it doesn't change the color of their eggs or taste or.
That's one thing you don't see around here much anymore is grasshoppers.
That's what I just said.
yeah.
As a kid, though, we always had grasshoppers. Well, we used to fish with them.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford.
They migrated down to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Illegal immigration from Canada.
They rode down on our Canadian geese. There you go, guys. Enjoy.
Well, see, the reason why I wanted to record today, Scott, is because I wasn't using my rod.
Oh, what were you fishing with today?
Hand lines.
Oh. So there's two different ways that they fish cod. One's a hand line and one's a just like jigging.
Mm-hmm.
And they were using his first video was with jigging, and today was with a hand line. But now, why did you switch it up?
I
Is there
don't.
more? They're
we-
more like hooks.
No.
You still got one hook.
Yep. But you can feel it more when it's on the hand line. Like you feel them biting at it more.
Okay.
Because it don't got to come up and feel it through the rod. You feel it directly in your hand.
Oh, is
Like
that one you go like this and you fish with and you reel it up with your hand? Or how do you guys talking about?
That's normally if that's how we do it with the fishing rods. But a hand line is just one long line and you just start pulling.
Oh, okay.
And hand over hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'll drop it to the bottom and then haul it up about 5 feet from the bottom and then just start pulling.
So you're over on the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We're the most easterly point of Canada.
Okay. Yeah, because I've never fished in the ocean before in my life.
I can't say the same.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's all he fishes.
Yeah.
That and the scattered pond.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite neat to watch some of these. I found one lobster fisherman in Maine, and he's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it's quite neat to watch the process of how they go lobster fishing down there, and then the same as what it is up here. They have to notch the female's tail.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to harvest a female
Lobster.
lobster legally.
Yeah, no, there's a local company around here. Well, it's a hunting and fishing channel. It's Newfoundland Sportsman, and they do a couple episodes on cod fishing.
Okay. Janet Homestead, where are you? Hey. Thanks, Cindy, for dropping Murph's link.
Thank you.
And fallen Arkansas veterans. Hey, Charles. And so I'm not sure how your mail system works, Mike, because Matt got his package Friday. Your package is not going to be there till next Friday.
Oh, yeah. You because the address you have is our PO box, and
No, I think Terry gave me your home address.
oh, she gave you our home address. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't. If it's our home address, they haven't delivered it yet.
No, like I said, it's not scheduled to deliver till next Friday.
Oh wow.
But yet Matt got his in Houston
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know.
Well, and Houston maybe is the hub for them.
Yeah. Houston is a big hub. It's like Houston, Dallas.
They probably went to Houston
Those are
and then
huge
back.
hubs where the planes come in and they deliver. And yeah, we're down here in southern part of Oklahoma. So
Okay. Because I know Mr. Jim is also next Friday,
yeah.
and David David got his earbuds Friday, but he's in upstate New York. I could have thrown it across the St. Lawrence to
Oh
him.
yeah.
And Matt
If you
got
can
his.
throw that far, I will be amazed.
There's a gun. There's a pew pew born every day that'll get that.
You guys can cross the border now, right? Just driving now.
Oh, we've been able to cross the border since last
Okay,
month.
good. Yeah.
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 Well, it's only recently that we don't have to show vaccination.
Okay, and that you had a recent
Yeah.
booster, whatever. Yeah,
Well, and
or just test result.
testing was a huge thing. Like that's why we put off our cruise because
Yeah.
it was going to cost us $1,000 more to get the test to get into the U.S. and get the test to come home.
Yeah.
I do not want to see another test.
Yeah.
So now the big thing around here is that monkeypox or something.
Yeah, monkey. Hey, here's what I don't understand. When I first got tested, I mean, they shoved that thing up into your thing and it feels like sandpaper.
Yep.
Okay. But then, and I was negative. And that's when I got here from Korea. They tested me at the hospital. They put me in 2 weeks quarantine. Then I was tested. And they said, you're good to go. That's back in 2020 when it was hot and heavy. And then I didn't get sick until a long time later. And then I went to CVS pharmacy and I went through you have to go through the drive-through. They give you a test. You sit in the parking lot and stick it up your own nose. Then you turn it right back in, get back in line in the drive-through, and you dump it in the thing that says COVID test. Okay. So I said, man, I ain't sticking this thing. I just went like this and just swab the inside of my nose. Boom, hit positive. Why do you have to go up into the brain and swirl that thing 11 times, two different ways, when I just went like this on the inside of my nose and I was positive? So I don't understand that.
And what they're checking for is something that is part of a flu. So, you could just have a 24-hour flu and you're going to test positive.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, Debbie and them are just exhausted.
Yeah. I
The
bet.
amount, they're so short-staffed
Yeah.
everywhere in the hospital.
Mm.
Since this whole pandemic and the nurses that quit and the ones that just couldn't handle it, they're down probably 50%.
Yeah, people are, I mean,
And it's crazy.
there's a lot of nurses that are tired of this.
Yeah.
I mean, at our hospital, they're still all masked up. They've never dropped the mask mandate for the hospitals, and they've been wearing masks for over 2 years.
Yeah. Debbie and them, if anybody is like, she's an x-ray, so every single person that even suspicious, they go through her department.
Yeah.
So they're in PPE most of their day.
Right.
Well, that becomes pretty trying, having to suit up. And Debbie has never taken off her mask in that. The hospital did go away with, they did have screeners, and then they had mask mandate.
Right.
The screeners and mask mandate are going to be back within 2 weeks because the
wow.
numbers are going way up again.
They're going up here too.
So it's, it's going to be part of everybody's life.
Yeah, we went from low to medium last week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, but the weird thing is I had my accountant that runs all my books. He got sick and he took 4 of those government tests that they send you.
Yep.
The U.S. government sends you. And all 4 of them were negative. he kept getting sicker and sicker. Went to the hospital and they tested him the old-fashioned way. Said you're positive. So
Oh, yeah, exactly.
how do you not come positive on 4 different tests, one each day, 4 days in a row?
Yeah.
And I mean, he was out for 10 days. I mean, sick. And they said he had some new variant, something like that. It wasn't the old boring one. It's something else. Yeah.
And absolutely, Joe, the amount of paperwork that they have to do.
Yeah.
And like I can't wait to get away for, get her out of here for 2 days. And it's just, they're sick and worried about getting themselves sick, bringing it home, getting the family sick.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very trying on all frontline. And then you have the government decided to give like a little thank you. Office workers got it. Debbie being frontline, she's the 3rd person that sees a positive case.
Mm.
They never got the thank you.
Yeah.
And they wonder why morale is so low.
Yeah.
But, it's, yeah. Yeah, that's it, Coastal. There's still, like Debbie and them, all their docs at the hospital are saying this will never go away.
Yeah.
This is going to be part of life. So,
I mean, you got to rely on your body to, the sad thing is with anything, you got to get sick in order to build up, antibodies for that. So,
yeah. Well, I don't think we're not that far, Dark Lord, but it is, I don't, it's one of those rabbit holes you can jump down and travel every tunnel and come up with a different answer.
yeah.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. But, my whole family didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Except for me. But, they're all in high risk.
I mean, there will come a day that all of a sudden someone's going to say, "Oh my gosh, we found." It's kind of like, remember throughout history the smallpox.
Yeah.
And then boom, all of a sudden, remember in school you just line up and they have the gun and they go, and I'm thinking back. I said it was just one after another, and I was looking at them doing the shots, and I get it. They were going like this, boom, and then alcohol on it, and the next kid. I'm just like going, that's pretty dang scary.
You couldn't do that today.
I got to school and it was, nowadays you have to go to a doctor, get all your inoculations to go to school. Back then they gave it to you in school back in the 60s. And you just lined up and everybody's crying. Okay. They don't know what they're crying about because they said you're going to go get a shot. That's all they hear. And then we just lined up. I was in 1st grade because we didn't have pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, and all that stuff before you hit 1st grade. You turn 6 years old, you're in 1st grade, and the teacher had to deal with, we didn't have this thing, ADD, and all these other dysfunctional things that people have all of a sudden. We probably had it back then, but teachers had to deal with it. And I remember my teacher, Miss Gertler, and she, if you ever see the witch in The Wizard of Oz, that's who she reminded me of. Okay. She scared the bejesus out of me when I was in 1st grade, and they lined us up and it was just one after another, just dun, 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 and everybody's crying afterwards. And you're back there and everybody's crying. Now everybody in line's crying because the kids up there are crying because they just got shot. And then you have that tattoo right on your arm, that scar from that gun, just forcing it into the skin and stuff. So, yeah.
Oh no, it's it's crazy that and where this monkeypox come up, like I just
I don't know.
where did they pull this out of?
Yeah.
And it's like we've had five doctors. Yeah, one of my friends sent me an article late last night, and there's 5 doctors in Toronto that didn't protect themselves. There was a positive case, and all 5 doctors passed away.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, wow. And it was a reputable news outfit that carried the story.
And it's just like, I guess we were conditioned as kids in the 60s and so, because when I went in the Army, they said, hey, we're going somewhere, line up. And you just take whatever they're giving you, and now it's like, I mean, they just put a thing out that the Army is 10% below their recruiting requirements, and they can't get people to join because of the mandatory mandate.
Yeah. So Kyle actually just had it's funny talking about the military, whatever. Kyle was just on a 2-week course, learning about one of your guns that have now been acquired by the Canadian Armed Forces, but it's built in, I forget where he said, in the US. It's a 777. Does that make sense?
I've never heard of that.
So apparently it fires 40 kilometers. The size of this gun is just absolutely massive.
Yeah, because right now we're still, what is it? The 104 howitzer, and then the reserves still have the 8-inch guns.
Well, yeah, Kyle and them are still like the reserves. They're firing the 105 mil or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's only good for 2 kilometers, which would be about a mile.
Farther than that, but yeah, I'm not a bang bang check guy.
Well, neither's he. He's just putting in his time until he finishes his police foundations course and gets.
But he's branch detailed over to artillery because his MOS is military occupational. Is going to be military police, right?
Yeah.
And in the U.S. Army, they call you branch detailed. They're going to give it to you, but we're short over here, so you're going to serve here for a certain time before we let you go over. So yeah,
I'm just shooting him a text here to see what's the gun. He said that there's so much power on the back of this gun that it lifts you off the ground whenever it's
yeah. Easy.
And I'm like, that's just crazy. And Kyle's, he's a little bit smaller than me. He's about 200.
If I go to answer a text message, will it kick me out of this?
I don't know if it does come back.
What?
Oh God, only knows what's his mother-in-law to be is having a kitchen party, and then they're going out. So unfortunately, he can't cook the cod stuff until they actually go out. So and they're an hour and a half ahead of us. So it's going on 11 o'clock there at night.
Oh,
and they're just starting to go out.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to have midnight snack, I think.
Are they?
No, I think I am. I think that's what it's going to end up being.
Well, then you know what? We'll do it in 2 weeks. Because I won't be up at midnight, I'll tell you that.
No.
I've got a big day tomorrow. But, yeah.
Or I'll just take a video and post it. One or the other.
M777 howitzer.
Okay.
Is what they learned this week. But he went into the reserves with artillery. He was quite honest and open with them that, he's doing. So instead of waiting and going in as an MP and getting to corporal, they said you're going to get more respect if you go in and actually go up the ranks. And well, he's now a corporal in the reserves, so he's ranked up to corporal. So now his next move is to go into full-blown military. And
Oh, so he's going to go active.
yeah, he's going to go active
Okay.
next June.
Okay.
It takes about 2 years to become a military police officer. And artillery said that he can stay with the artillery until he gets redeployed as an MP. And he's already signed up
Okay.
to go overseas.
Yeah.
He wanted to go next summer, but training starts in January,
Yeah.
and he's still got school. So he's slated, if it stays on the same path as what it is right now, he's slated to leave June 2024.
Okay.
So Mama ain't too
I went
happy.
to military police school. I did it in conjunction with my basic training,
Okay.
and the whole basic training and my MP school. The whole thing was 16 weeks, and we're done. And then to get identifiers, so you're learning all the basics just to be a patrolman, plus the field side is in those 8 weeks. But to get skill identifiers, you have to go to your permanent station and be selected by your chain of command to go to like traffic accident investigation, military police investigation, and stuff like that. You get selected for that, and it's on a need basis for the unit that you're currently in.
Okay.
So
No, he's so looking forward to it. And
yeah,
you know, right now he's on pace to retire at the age of, well, he won't even be 42,
oh good.
full pension. So
That's good.
like he said, he can still go to like a municipal police force and put in
Yeah.
another 15 years.
Yeah,
But Murph, what are you doing? Okay. Murph, unmute it.
you're muted.
Oh,
Somebody's talking. But yeah, I mean, I retired. I was fully retired at 42.
okay.
With 24, a little over 24 years. So, and that's the good thing is when you retire from the military, especially people who, as soon as you hit 20, you get out. I mean, you're probably 38 years old, and starting a new career is easy. Like I have 3 more years, and I'll be eligible for retirement from my civilian career,
Okay.
and I'll also be retired. I'm already retired and collecting a pension plus a disability from the Veterans Administration. So I'll retire from this job in 3 years. So I basically get 3 checks a month.
Okay.
One from the VA, which is 70% disability from what happened to me in the military, plus my full military pension, plus I'll get the one for this job that I'm doing now in 3 years.
And they still don't pay you. They still don't pay you enough. And
No, I mean, I'll never make in with all my retirement what I'm making with my job right now annually.
yeah. So the Canadian military got quite a substantial raise, but in doing that, they now have to serve 25 years.
Oh,
So
really?
They jumped it from 20 to 25 years, but now we're the 3rd highest paid military in the world.
Oh, I could believe that.
So, well, they were at the bottom for many, many, many years.
But I would love to see the percentage of people who comes in and who actually retires, because the military is a lot to put up with.
very, very small amount of.
Well, I got to move up. It gets so political and gets so insane when you're up in the higher echelons of the military because you have all that responsibility placed and you can get fired for anything.
Yeah.
And once you get fired from something, and when you're a senior NCO or a senior officer, you're done. There's no recovering from that. So,
Water bowl for the dog.
I'm like, do you need to turn off your camera? Actually, you got to talk to Mike for a minute. My internet's going in and out, in and out, in and out. So I've just got to go find out what's wrong with it. I'll be right. 1 minute.
Yes, it's fine. As long as you don't bite, Mike will be fine.
hey, we're good, brother. So is that what you do? Or you just, I mean, what do you do for a job? I mean, are you
I'm a butcher.
You're a butcher. There you go.
That's where the surf and turf came into a factor.
Ah. I'll tell you what, butchers here are in high demand with everybody. I mean, I've been on a waiting list for the steer for it's been 14 months?
Yeah.
14 months on the list waiting. They're so backed up down here. I tell people, man, if you want a good job, go to butcher school and then open up a business. Because
Fun fact, there actually is no butcher school offered in Canada anymore.
really,
Yep.
wow.
I started at Sobeys as a butcher. I got trained in with Sobeys, and then I transferred jobs.
So it's like on the job training.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was it. There was no more to it than that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
So what is it you do?
I'm my job. I work for the federal government, and I'm kind of like a mayor of sorts. I'm a director of morale, welfare, and recreation for the Army.
Okay.
And in my duties, I supervise restaurants, lodging, outdoor recreation, child and youth services, gymnasiums, swimming pools, bowling alleys, everything that's on the base that has to do with service and support to the people that work there. So that's what I do.
It bounced.
It's kind of a mayor.
Yeah, so you're a jack of all, master at nothing.
Yeah.
You basically do whatever they tell you to do.
No, I only answer to the commander. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and he gives me free reign to run everything.
Well, that's good though. At least you don't got multiple bosses telling you all different things.
Yeah.
You just got the one telling you everything.
Yeah. And he doesn't really get in my business whatsoever. Just keep him informed and just keep driving on, and he's happy.
Yeah, as long as he knows where you're at and what you're doing, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Scott got lost
I don't know.
looking for his Wi-Fi problem.
It doesn't normally look like where he's at in the basement.
No, he's in his kitchen or his.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I think that's just where he was sat tonight, so that's where he went live.
Okay, we're still here. Good.
Yeah.
Molly decided to drop her ball and she started pawing and she just about unplugged the Wi-Fi.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, you know, I could see it flickering, and I'm like, and then Debbie sent me a message. She's like, "What's wrong with the internet?" And we just got the brand new internet, which is, I was lucky to get 3 to 5 megs. Now I'm running 25 megs, so it's a godsend.
Yeah.
Well,
But
what you're going to be at the office all day tomorrow, Scott? Are you?
yeah, we have a it's called the Herb Fest.
Okay.
And we have like 30 or 40 different vendors, and at
Yeah.
our museum it's just kind of a,
So will you be on after that?
I don't know,
All right. Well,
depends on what I
if you do get on tomorrow night, I'll cook it tomorrow night.
okay. Well, I was gonna say, because you're already, yeah, you're like almost, well, you're after 11 now, so
Yeah, Abby's getting ready for bed, so
yeah.
that's my cue to exit the box.
All right.
All right,
We'll
buddy.
Good night, people.
Take care, Murph.
I'll talk to you after.
All right, man.
Ghost Pinky Kitchen.
That is a channel, you'll know it. I just don't know if I'm allowed to say who it is just yet. She's had a lot of issues with trolls.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Not a word. So, yeah, to the point where it just about took her channel out.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's let's
Hey,
just
there's
say,
Lila.
yes, Miss Lila. She's been here.
I've been here. She was lurking.
She was lurking. She
Yeah.
was one of the first ones here.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So Murph just sent me, this is the one I think that the shark was after. So there's in comparison, you just put a beer bottle up beside it.
What is it?
So that is the codfish.
Oh, okay.
That's how big it is.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then,
We I think tomorrow at 2, our shout out Sunday, I think it's open mic night day.
cool.
So we don't have nobody scheduled, but it's going to be open mic. So we'll put a thing on our channel, and whoever wants to come on and talk about their channel can talk about their channel. Hopefully people will be interested in them. And I think we just put out, 7:00 tonight, we just put out a video that's
Yes.
just went up. And then we have another one coming out, I think on Monday, huh?
Could be.
Yeah, she said could be.
I ain't swearing to nothing.
I'm getting a lot of slack from my producer.
I was gonna say,
She's killing me.
you know, she's entitled.
Yeah. I'll probably come home one day and she'll have like a stick with a poster on it. She'll be protesting out front here. You know,
Absolutely.
unfavorable work conditions.
But she can do that all virtually now. She'll just put on her little mask and
Yeah.
pretend that she's doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You don't have to burn a calorie no more. You just put that VR on and you can protest on your VR, babe. He goes, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mike, do you still use StreamYard? Lila wants to know.
We still use StreamYards when we do our live shows now. If you're going to bring somebody up, because on Streamlabs, it is so difficult to use when you're doing like you're doing right now. So we always use StreamYard. Yeah.
And I've after what Melon did to me on Thursday,
Yeah.
I have demanded my money back. And I've got to say, hats off to Melon. They were like, we're so sorry. 5 days, you'll have a refund.
Yeah.
They were very good about it. and then they asked if we could keep in contact,
Yeah.
because I told them, you fix your bugs and I'll be back.
Yeah.
But I said, you've got far too many bugs, and I've really only had 3 lives that I didn't have issues.
Oh, wow.
So they asked me if they could send me emails, if I would send them one complete email with what the issue was, what I had to do to fix it, could I fix it. So I said, hey, I'm willing to help.
Yeah.
If you're willing to improve your system, I'm
Right.
willing to give you my time.
Sure.
And so yeah, well, come on up, Lila.
Lila, come on up here.
She's been up now, oh God, 3 times, Lila. You've been up on the live. So we're working her nerves out.
Is it still pinned at the top, or
For what?
she have the link?
Yeah, it's actually right above her comment.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So sometimes she tends to go to bed, but no, not tonight. I'm laying in bed.
Okay. Come on, Lila.
normally Thursdays, and she's been up once or twice on Saturday nights, but
Yeah.
it the first time she tried it, she was out in the snowbank, and well, that was just a hot mess that night. But hey, Miss Ann, how are you? Well, now I'm not sure. Hang on, I got to go like this because I'm not sure all 3 of us could fit on that.
Is it Jesse?
No.
Big Matt. Big Matt.
What's
How
up,
you doing,
Mike?
brother? Hey.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
How's your ear?
Did you get hooked in the ear?
No,
Okay.
Oh
I
my!
had some skin tags removed and tested.
Oh,
They all came back negative.
okay.
Yeah, so he's cancer free, but they went a little too deep on his earlobe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, far enough I could put a gauge in it if I wanted to.
Wow. Yeah, there's an old wives thing, and it actually works. Is you put that apple vinegar on a Q-tip and do it, and it'll kill a skin tag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've never tried that. I should.
Well, I'll be doing that on the other ones, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't cancer first.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but most of the time, skin tags aren't cancerous at all. But yeah, that apple vinegar, whatever that stuff is in the jug, the bottle, you just use a Q-tip and you keep putting it on every day, and it goes.
I got the last time I had a bunch. Whenever I was on the highway, I'd have like just from your shirt, like rubbing on it.
Yep.
And I had like 15 of them removed, and the doctor charged me $10 a pop.
Oh wow.
Expensive,
Yeah.
because our medical didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit that it doesn't, and it gets pretty costly.
Because I talked to a guy. He told me about that. He goes, I said, well, he goes, oh man, I had them here and there and stuff like that. I'm going, what? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I just take a pair of those cuticle scissors. He goes, I just cut it and put some apple vinegar on there, and it's done. I said, he goes, it's a sign of old age.
Well, that's how the doctor removed all the ones on my neck.
Yeah.
Is he took tweezers, pulled, snip.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want freezing? That'll cost. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
go. Just don't stop.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, they used to sell that freezing stuff in a little thing.
oh,
And
for
you could-
warts.
Yeah, you could do it on a skin tag too, but yeah, I don't think they even sell that stuff anymore because it actually worked.
Right?
I know.
Yeah. Don't sell something that works nowadays.
No, just same as a car. You can't build a car like what they used to that,
Yeah.
might last 15, 20 years. No,
Well,
no. 5-year
That's
throw.
kind of like when we went to go look at tractors, and the one I bought, fenders, everything's made out of steel. We went over to Kubota, and everything's plastic now.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, well, shoot.
Well, just like the video that I dropped 2 days ago, it was an old white tractor. That
Yeah.
thing's like a 79, but it's been all redone, freshly painted. That thing, the hydraulics are so smooth, and it just rumbles across the field. It's a great machine. I'd rather
Yeah.
run that than some of the newer stuff.
Yeah.
And it's you don't have the hand control right up there. It's down beside your seat, and you got to pull up, and the bucket goes one way, and you pull it to the side, and it goes
Well,
the other way.
it doesn't make sense to corporations to make something that actually lasts.
No.
Because it's not your purchase now, it's your purchase in 5 years and then at 10 years and stuff like that. It's just that rotating thing that, hey, come on, you buy a TV. Tell me where you have a shop that you can take an LCD TV to be fixed. They're meant to throw away.
Yeah.
Okay. And go get another one.
Yeah.
I got it down here. You go to the Walmart. Remember, a 65-inch TV used to cost you almost $2,000.
Yeah.
And now you can get them for under $600 now. So everything's made to throw away and just come back and buy another one and another one and another one.
I gotta say, the TV we have is a 52, I think. It's a Samsung,
Yeah.
but
Well, there's no TV manufacturers on North America anymore.
yeah, touch wood.
We sold all those away.
But Samsung actually makes their own TV.
Yeah.
Now they do make others, but it's all made at the Samsung plant.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that is probably 10 years, and the
Mhm.
picture's still good, and so it's good for us. All right, Lila, you have a good night,
Night, Lila.
and you're supposed to give Terry her love.
Oh, Lila says, love you.
Night, Lila.
Night, Lila.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry. That's Big Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
But okay, Charles, his mom and his uncle used to fix TVs
Yeah, they used to good.
back whenever they had a picture tube.
Back in the day where it took 2 men to carry your TV. That's how heavy they were.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
after they'd throw out the picture tube and the kids would run to the dumpster and steal it, take it back out into the back quarry and blow it up.
Yeah.
Man, they were
I
loud.
remember our first TV we got. It was 1966. I was five years old, and they brought the TV in, and we plugged it in, and you could see the back of it glowing, and then the TV would start with a little dot, and it would grow.
A
And it was
blue,
black. It was black and white, and then they didn't come with a remote control because it's that turnstile thing. Ting, 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 ting. So your children were your remote control. So I had to always stand there and turn each channel till my grandma said, "That's what I want to watch."
or
Well, back then there was only like 3 channels. Period. That's it. ABC, NBC, and CBS. That was it.
And then you had it'd be a snowy night in Canada. Well, you'd have rabbit ears to
Yep.
try to get better reception. Well, if you were watching the hockey game and there was a bunch of guys watching the hockey game, well, you could sit there for the whole entire hockey game with the rabbit ears stuck out the window, so you
Yeah.
get better reception to watch the hockey game.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the external antenna. So we had to go find a big old pole, attach it to the side of the house. But first you had to find enough cable to go to the top to the little antenna thing that was on top. It was yeah.
Yeah.
Behind the fence outside, it worked perfect.
Terry said they had a metal fence around their yard, and
Okay.
they hooked the cables to the fence, and that's how they got reception.
Yeah, it was the one where
Energized
we actually hooked it up.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fence. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, like Charles said, most of the time it was always the tube that went out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or one of the plug those condenser tubes in the back, and they just had to replace those.
Not a problem, Murph. You can lurk all you want,
Yeah.
but it's it's crazy what you look back even 20 years ago where technology was compared to like nowadays. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the first computer ever built by Digital was in a 20 by 20 room, and it could do simple math. That's
Yeah.
all the computer could do, and a 20 by 20 room.
Yeah.
And I still remember seeing that picture whenever I worked for Digital. They had it mounted up on the wall. It was their first computer, and I forget how much money it cost. And it only did simple math.
Well, when I came in the Army, we used to have these cards, and the cards were, I mean, literally, they were like this. They were like manila cardboard, okay? And you'd have a stacks of them. They come in bundles. And the clerk, when he was doing like the morning report, the clerk would have to sit there and look at whatever the numbers, like if it says status report of such and such, they would have to go to those things and knock out little chads and each one was a single report for like number of people, how many people went on sick call, and they had to do it. Then they put it into this computer and they would send it that way. I remember that because I was detailed in the HR office because whatever reason they were under strength, and they put me in there because I took typing in high school.
Okay.
You know, typewriter typing in high school, and they said, "Oh, you can type," and so I was going, "Holy crap!" I mean, it took this to send report. It took all day for one person to send all the reports. It was insane. Now, then I remember when we first went to the DOS 3.1 or 2.0.
2.0. Yeah.
2.0. We went to that, and then I remember because if you could not write script or computer code, yeah, you couldn't operate those DOS things.
Nope.
And then I remember when they first came out with the first art program, which was called Harvard Graphics. And all it was dots and circles and lines and stuff like that. And there was soldiers there creating like tanks and stuff like that for briefings and stuff like it was insane. I mean, it would take you forever to do something like that. So we've come a long way, so. Because they say, what is it, technology doubles every 18 months? Because it really does. Because I mean, my degree's in computer science. And when I took it, because I got out of the Army, and the VA said, we'll pay for 1 degree because you have a certain amount of disability. So I went to college. They said, but you can only, right now, we're only offering this. And it was a computer science degree. And so I'm thinking, I go, okay, when I get done with this degree, I can work on computers. I can do all this stuff. So my first day in class, and they said, welcome to your first class, yada, yada, yada. Yes, it's called computer science, but this course degree is so you can have an intelligent conversation with people who actually work on computers. I said, what? Oh, I'm not going to learn nothing? I learned how to write code. I learned how to do, the C++ and all that kind of stuff. But that was it. Learning diagrams on wiring and interfacing computers within an intranet and stuff like that. But that was it. The whole degree, 4 years of college, was so you can have an intelligent conversation for your computer techs who don't go to college. They go to one of these computer schools to get all their certificates and stuff like that. Those are the ones that work on computers. You're just so you'll know whether they're lying to you or not. I go, oh great, that's my degree.
Yeah. And just think how many people or how much the government got hosed putting people through that actually what did you get out of it? Computers
are when I retired, computers are the way of the futures. This is the only thing we're showing you. Okay, well, but you still had to take, your liberal arts, you had to take, all these courses, your 101s to get through there, your literature class, your math, your everything you got, your psychology, you had to do that, accounting 1, 2, and then business finance. All those were required classes within your 101 and 102s or 202s. So, and then you didn't really start learning your degree you're going to get into till you got to your 300s and your 400s.
Yeah.
In college.
The first personal computer that I personally built was a 256.
I don't know what that is.
My phone is a 256.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking server.
Oh, wow.
Phone.
Oh, wow.
And back then they were like, we just don't know how we're going to be able to make these things any smaller or faster because we're going to have to put liquid cooled in there.
Now it's on your watch.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're watching,
it's like Terry, we're going somewhere and Terry's phone starts speaking. I go, what was that? She goes, my phone was telling me to breathe. Because the phone checks your heart rate, your breathing, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like going, what the heck? And I won't get one. I wore a watch. I wore a watch for over 24 years in the Army, and I refuse to ever put another watch on. And I own watches, and I'll get a new watch or something like that, and I'll wear it for a week or two, and then it just goes with wherever the other watches are.
Yeah.
All of my my monitors for sugar, blood pressure, weight, all of that stuff, little thing that goes on your finger, it's all Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It goes, whenever I check it, it goes into my phone and automatically goes to my doctor. I'm like,
yeah. This is like the VA. I got to go do a hearing test, and they go, oh, yeah. And I was talking to the guy. I said, I heard you guys. He goes, oh, we issue these little teeny things that go inside your ear, and you can't see them. And he goes, oh, and you can Bluetooth it to your phone.
Yeah.
I go, what? I said, what happened to the big old thing that hangs off your ear with a cord and stuff? And he goes, nope, we don't issue those no more.
Nope.
We issue those $2,000, $3,000 earbuds, and you can Bluetooth them to your computer, you can to your car, you can Bluetooth them to anything you want to Bluetooth them to.
Yeah.
Holy crap. And that's
So it took Dad 15 years. He was in artillery, and they never wore hearing protection
Yeah.
back then, with the big guns. And it took him 15 years to finally get. He finally fought with the Veterans Society up here, and that's what they offered him. He's like, I just want something that I can hear.
Yeah.
I don't want all this. They're like, you don't have an option. This is what you have now. Everything hooks up to Bluetooth. So what I do is get a hold of his phone whenever he doesn't know, and then put music on just very lightly.
Drives him insane.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
where's that music coming from? And we're like, what are you talking about?
That's bad.
It's fun.
That's wrong. But I will be doing that to my dad.
Oh yeah. Well, he's 78. Yeah. So he hears music and can't figure it out. Yeah.
Mm.
It's part of the Bluetooth.
Yeah. I
What
used
do
to have
you-
these things called Walker game ears, and you put them on. They're kind of like hearing aids, but when they first came out, you could wear them, and it just amplifies everything in the woods when you're hunting and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it drove me. You get a busy squirrel, and you're going insane. You know how it normally is. You're in the woods and you hear something, and it's a squirrel making all this noise. Now you put these Walker game ears in, and it just amplifies it by 10, right? But the only good thing is when you're shooting, it dulls out the sharp bangs,
Yeah.
so it doesn't hurt your hearing and stuff like that.
So it's actually quite interesting, because that's what we bought Kyle for Christmas. Well, I guess the first year that he was in.
Yeah,
He
so
had
they call it noise canceling
noise
device.
canceling,
Yeah.
and it, after I believe it's 48 decibels,
Mhm.
it shuts it down, and once it gets to like 65 decibels, you can actually put music in, and it will rise up the level of the music and totally block it out, and it all does it in a split second.
Split second, yeah.
Now, they weren't that bad. Whenever you think of what they do, I think they were like a couple $100.
Yeah.
That's really not that bad.
No.
Like, he plays his music in his car a lot louder than what he hears a gun. I know
Yeah.
that. But hey, Eves.
I raise boys, I know.
Yeah. And he's like, the other day we were looking, and I went over to the Dodge dealership, and a couple nice trucks in there. He goes, what do you think about just giving me your truck and then getting a new truck? I'm like, dude, my truck's still worth $40,000.
Yeah.
Give Papa some money, and maybe
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
talk about you keeping the truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a pipe dream. The price of vehicles are crazy. Well, just
Yeah.
like anything else, like
I hate the word give me, and I hate the word dad can I borrow.
Oh.
Because if you use the word borrow,
you ain't
and
gonna
I know there is no way in God's green earth you ever plan on paying me back. Stop using the word can I borrow. Just say, Dad, can I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm just a dumb dad, but I don't think I've ever received a dime back from any of my kids.
we actually
But it's nice now that, the only person that buys me something is my daughter. And she goes full blown when it comes to birthday gifts and Christmas gifts and stuff like that. My other boys, hey, Dad, happy Christmas. That's all I get.
Yeah. But
Do you have our address so you can send the kids presents?
so I'm not that far with kids yet, but that's it. But that's the girls are the present givers, right?
Yeah.
And Kyle is just oblivious to it all.
Yeah,
And yeah.
dude.
So he hit me up. He's like, he started working at me here, I don't know, but 2 months ago. He's like, Dad, I need a new computer chair. I'm like, you do? Yeah. I'm like, well, there's one downstairs. I'm going to throw it out because I'm buying a new one. Oh, well, it's ripped. I'm like, yeah. What's up on it?
Beggars can't be choosers.
Anyways, he walked out with his $300 chair because he went to Mama.
Oh yeah.
Mom, what about an early Christmas present?
Yeah.
But I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
But I see Brutal Bob is in the chat. I can't see you, but I see Jesse putting your link out, buddy.
All right.
Bob.
Brutal Bob.
Thoughts and prayers going out to you, Bob.
Yep. Hey, well, I'm gonna get off here.
Yes, we're not going to go much longer. We're
Okay.
over the 2-hour mark, and
I
thanks for
hope to
coming
see you
on.
guys tomorrow, 2:00 at our live, our shout out Sunday. It'll
I
be
may
open
have to
mic.
watch it on the rerun because
fine.
I'm at a council kind of. I've got to like interact with the public all day tomorrow.
There you go. All right.
I'll have it playing in my ear.
There you go. You can have a
I'll probably be at
Bluetooth.
church.
Just have a Bluetooth.
Oh yeah, you've got church all day, all afternoon. Yeah,
Well, see, that would be cool if you have a hearing aid and you're sitting in church and it's Bluetooth to your phone and you can listen to the game. You know what I mean?
that
Will you go to hell for? Do people go to hell for that?
well, the fine line between going to hell and ingenuity.
Yep.
I don't know.
All right,
I know the
Jacob, see ya.
pastor walked up next to me last Sunday, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Watching Bible study." And he's like, "No, you're not." And I turned my phone around, and it was Eric B. in his Bible study.
All right. We'll see you guys.
All right, take care, Mike.
All right.
Holy geez, there's Jake back already. Did some
Where did Murph run off to?
Murph's in the chat. He's in bed. Uh-oh. Now here's trouble.
How you doing, Scott? How you doing, Big Matt?
All right, buddy.
I'm
Oh,
good.
geez.
Gotta hide. I don't want to get hit.
What?
I'm waiting for somebody to pop up behind him and start swinging.
Well, that's all right, Jake. 26 pints. What did you can today? I did hot banana peppers this week. And I got to say, my hot banana peppers are just, I've never seen, like, my Peter Pepper plants they're all right. But sweet banana peppers are just, they're so full of buds. It's crazy. Hey, Lukey.
I'm glad they exploded on you. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
It's amazing. It's amazing. One year you get like a couple peppers off a plant and you expected more, and next year you get same seed packet, same thing, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah. So the ones that didn't they're very healthy, but they haven't produced a darn thing is the hot Jamaican peppers.
Sometimes they take longer. That's all.
Oh, okay.
So I know I had some just even habaneros that just took off in September. It just matters.
Okay.
So sometimes they just have to wait a little bit. Then all of a sudden, like, whoa.
Yeah,
In a lot of places, it could be just too hot too. Sometimes it could just be too hot and too dry, or too much water, or something like that. There's always some kind of circumstances.
Yeah. But oh wow, Jake did habanero, ghost, scorpion, Thai, cayenne. My cayennes never, they didn't do a thing. My jalapenos, nothing. So my two this year that are going to do fairly well are my Peter pepper and the sweet banana pepper. So what I'm going to do is my next batch, I'm going to actually mix the Peter pepper and the sweet banana peppers together to increase the heat.
Well, it's always good when a Peter Pepper's doing good.
Absolutely. It's not.
I
it's
spent
not-
the day dehydrating peppers.
There you go. I tell you what, they make such a difference. Like, I can't eat a ghost pepper or something really hot, but you dehydrate that, put it on. I tell you what, it made a huge difference when I have rice. I love rice right now. I mean, I just, like, right next to me right now, I got a
Oh, jeez.
Bucciolokia
Your ghost pepper.
and Trinidad Moruga Scorpion.
I that's the one that you guys, one of the last ones that you did with the pierogies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And that's the reason why it's right here, right next to me.
Well, I dehydrated mine, and I'm going to put them through a coffee grinder and start making my own seasonings.
There you go. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it
yeah.
kills me when I see people say, well, I'll never grow that because I'll never eat it. I'm not going to eat it either. You know, out of the pepper and stuff like that. But grinding it up, raw, it's just different. It's so different. So
Yep.
It's so good. It's so sweet. And so, well, it's hot too. But I tell
Yeah.
you what, when I was on my drugs, when I had my surgery, so I'm having pizza, everybody's serving me. So instead of just tapping it, I went this, took it off. I went like that. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, what did I just do?
So I learned a very tough lesson whenever I worked in high tech. A buddy of mine, very, very Italian family. So they grew the hottest of the hottest peppers.
Mhm.
Well, we'd cut it up, put it under the cheese of our pizza if we ordered pizza at work. And that's how we enjoyed our peppers. We did the whole pizza not knowing that our boss was allergic to peppers. We damn near killed him. I thought we were going to have to take him. He bought every carton of white milk, chocolate milk, anything that had bread in the vending machines. Like, I honestly thought we had killed him. But it's just something we always did. Every Friday night we ordered pizza. He'd bring in the hot peppers, and they were already sliced, and we just put it underneath. But where we went wrong this one week is we did the whole pizza instead of each individual slice.
Wow.
Poor Greg. I honestly thought we killed him.
Well, you know, and anytime you have heat, you don't want to drink chocolate milk. It makes it worse.
But yeah, I don't mind heat. Like Tiny Tim sent me up a pound of habanero, ground up habaneros, and man, I add that to everything.
When you grind it up, it's not as hot. When you dehydrate it, it's not as hot. If you get it fresh off the plant and bite into it, it'll light you up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it could get as hot. You just got to put more powder on it. That's all. You know. and all
Yeah,
that.
that's it. That's it. But it was hilarious whenever I was picking all the stuff out of the garden. Would have been the first of last week, and banana peppers. I was out there eating them as I was pulling them off the plant, and my wife came out, and I thought she was going to have a heart attack. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, they're not that hot." So she's like, she smelt it and just about started to cry. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right. You don't eat hot stuff. It's only Kyle and I that can eat hot stuff.
So when my wife was in, she was Joey was a little premature, and my wife had blood pressure, so she was in a hospital 30 days before she had Joey. Well, anyway, we gave her she wanted gummy bears. Well, my wife is allergic to bees. Well, inside the gummy bears is beeswax, and so her lips got huge right before Joey was born. I mean, it was huge. All of a sudden, you're like, what did you do to your lips? Did you blow them up? What did you do? They had no idea. It looked like she had those surgical things done with the lips to make them huge.
Botox.
Yeah, Botox. It
That's
looked like she had
wrong.
Botox. And no, it was the gummy bears with the beeswax. Who knew?
Really?
But I didn't know they put beeswax in gummy bears.
No,
some
me
of the-
neither.
A lot of the candies, there's beeswax in a lot of those candies, like gummy kind of things.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, whoa, it was absolutely crazy. So we see all the pictures, you see her big lips. But Matt, what is that? What do you got? Oh, there you go.
And I also see what you wrote on the back of it.
I wasn't sure if anybody was allergic, so that's why I put it on the back. So you could technically eat the pain salve.
Mm-hmm. But see, now I know how to make it.
You want the recipe? I'll give it to you. Jen and
I might
Wiley
one of these days.
gave me the recipe. It's just the only thing that costs a lot of money. I don't even know where my box is. I must have put it away. The only thing that costs money is the essential oils that I put in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about $45 for a bottle. But the rest, I played with the recipe.
I wish you were here in the States because, yeah, I know people.
It works, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
I could get it for you cheaper than that because I know people that deal with that stuff.
Well, that's fine. You can still ship it. I'll pay to
Yeah.
ship it up.
So whenever you tell me exactly which oils it is, I will.
That I'll tell you later. Actually, it's on there. Evening something.
Yep. I'll be seeing my guy tomorrow at church. Be like, hey, I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna be like, hey, I need everything that's on this.
Yeah. So the only thing that you're gonna have to do is probably buy the cocoa. But you don't really.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. We have it here all the time because of my wife's candy and stuff.
I know, but you don't use. It's not the same cocoa. It's cacao that it's like. I'll show you the bags, and anybody. I think I already did a video on it, but it. I'm telling you, it is this pain salve that I'm making. It's the same as what Jen and Wiley is, but I put in essential oils that are quite expensive. And that's why Jen wanted me to try it to see if it worked. There you go. There, yeah. Jesse said it's Mexican chocolate.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's I get it all off of Amazon, but it is quite costly for 2 batches, and that gives you about
What to
35 cans, and you're looking at about $300 for the raw material. So that's why I said I could never sell it, because between the shipping and if you were to even charge $1 an hour for your time, it doesn't make sense. That's why I just give it away.
Scott, did you ever get your drone working or returned? Whatever.
So there is a piece that was missing. And now I'm in contact with DJI. I can take it up. I can't record.
Oh.
So we've had a lot of wind here lately, and I'm not experienced enough to take it up in wind yet. And being so close to an airport, I've got to leave because they shut me down at 150 feet. Because it's all done off of Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I've had it out and playing around with it, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It just I'm missing a memory card, so I've got GGI doing that. Get a card.
Oh, look at it.
And then
Steger.
it was missing an internal part of it. So DJI is supposed to be sending it to me. No issues. The person that I bought it from is out of business. But I got to say, hands down, DJI is probably the best company to deal with. They're one of the largest, if not the largest, drone manufacturer in North America.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully before the snow flies, I will have it. I actually charged it all up again today, and I'll probably be taking it out here shortly.
There you go.
But yeah, no, it's quite cool. They say you can go 5,000 feet up. I'm limited because I'm so close to the airport. And well,
Yeah.
right now they're monitoring the airport after the fatality that we had there Thursday. Jumper passed away.
Oh, gee.
He come down too hard, snapped his neck. He 4,000 jumps, certified trainer. He actually trains the military, and he's a long-term firefighter in the city of Ottawa, and left behind wife, 2 kids, and
Awesome.
he tried to do an advanced maneuver before landing, come in too hard, and snap. So sad. So sad, and that was his passion. It was his birthday Wednesday. He was off Thursday, and that's what his birthday present was, is I forget how many jumps he was going to do on Thursday. So, and it's 29 years to the month that we had another fatality at this jump. Now, it wasn't the same company back then. But that there was a new jumper who panicked and got her arm caught in the parachute and didn't know enough to hit her chest and pull the back up. And she actually came down into the McDonald's sign. About half a kilometer away from where she was supposed to be. I don't know. Again, why would anybody want to jump out of a perfectly good plane? Even if the plane's going down, I'm going to have to second guess if I'm going to jump.
I mean, I can understand military stuff doing that.
Absolutely.
I can understand fire jumpers. I can understand,
Yep.
But to actually pay somebody to go jump out of a perfectly good airplane, you are out your mind.
You never
Amen,
seen
brother.
it.
We think along the same lines. There's just no way.
Isn't that the reason why you go to amusement parks in the first place? Go on a
That's
roller
it.
coaster.
Hey, Tiny Farm Nuggets, how are you? And who else we got in here? Zombie Prepper. G'day, Robert.
Zombie!
Missouri Outlaw Randy, what's going on, buddy? Shouldn't you be over at Miss Sarah's?
Just one
And-
fly is about to make me mad.
Well, I'm watching them, and I so want to hit your head through this computer.
Just don't hit that one.
Well, it keeps landing right beside it. So I'm
No.
like, oh, I want to. Hey, Chuck, Tennessee Bushcrafter, what's up?
Hey, welcome in. Welcome in.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. And for those of you that don't know, Joe goes live every Sunday from 7 to 9, 7 to 8:30 right now. We're probably the two biggest gardeners in the world, and we both had issues with our gardens this year. I just about lost an eye, and he had fingers.
I tell you, Scott, I was so set to go. 300 different types of tomato plants, over 5,000 pepper plants. 60% was done. I was starting to get my hose back there. Not everything done, just starting to get it. Then, bam, season over, just like that. Boop.
So, are we able to save like anything? Are you getting?
We got some zucchini and squash. I had cauliflower, broccoli because I planted those early enough. But I had a couple cherry tomatoes, savored those. But it's only rained twice here since I planted. So
wow.
I planted twice. So there's no way there's going to be any kind of root system. And there's no possible way, And I'm not Joey trying to hook up a hose. He's just not.
He tries.
It's not now, not yet. Soon, but
You
not.
got more rain than I did. I live in Texas. We got a little bit of rain here a week ago, and we're still bone dry.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, we've got
What
rain.
saved mine is I don't do my gardens in the ground. And I took and buried inside of some old water troughs, soaker hose, and I just hooked that up and turned it on just lightly, and it keeps it nice and moist.
See, I just never got to that. I was getting close. I was almost there. Just that day. I took 3 steps today. That was a big accomplishment.
Well, you know what? Every little bit, Joe. Every little bit.
It's nice
It's now you're going to have to start to learn to walk again.
Yep.
And, it's not going to be the same because they probably had to either affix the tendons to something or, they're going to be stretched. And my God, I played football and basketball with a guy. I saw him not that long ago, and we were talking about injuries and whatever. He can go over on his ankle just like that. No issues. And I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, he said it's from twisting my ankle all the years in football and because obviously we didn't have the ankle support that the kids do now. But it was crazy.
What's crazy is I used to tape up kids' ankles all the time.
Mhm.
And now forget about it. I mean, you do that, you're sued. When I was at a Catholic school, we didn't have a trainer even 1 year. Didn't have a trainer. Oh, only for games. We had a trainer for games. But during every single practice, tape the wrist, tape up the ankles, tape up everything. Okay, let's go. So now it's like, oh man.
Yeah, I used to do my own. I didn't trust the trainers.
Oh, a good trainer. I used to
Well,
lock a
Our
kid's
trainers
ankle.
during the week for practice and stuff was other students.
Yeah.
It wasn't an actual trainer, and we got a trainer for games. Yeah.
So, we don't get paid for coaching up here. So I look after taping of the injuries and whatever. And the teacher goes out on the field. If a kid goes down, brings them back to me because with my neck, I can't be running out on the field anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the only one that's concussion certified. I'm the only one that can give the kid a green light or a red light. And I tell you what, I've had some parents screaming in my face telling me that their kid is fine. One eye is going this way and one eye is going that way. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but your child is not playing football on my field. Who do you think you are? The DC, your kid's coach. He's on the bench until I get a doctor's note. And they went to the superintendent. They went to the principal. They were having me fired. And they're like, well, he's certified. He's done courses. He knows what he's talking about. And I got called into the office. Well, why? Well, okay. The kid looked like his eyes were going, one was going each way. And the kid was, oh, Mom, I'm fine. I'm good. Meanwhile, no, he's good because he's looking at you in the shade. Turn around and have him look towards the sun. As soon as he did it, ping! And I'm like, that's why he's not playing.
Yep. I tell you, my mother-in-law was a nurse, and so
Okay.
she was in charge of the physicals for high school kids could, get on the field.
Yep.
Well, her school was rated #1 in the state. It was Middletown South. No Sean Moreno. Do you remember that guy's name? He was a football player, running back. No Sean Moreno. I forgot who he played for, but he played in the pros for a couple of years.
I recognize the name. Actually, I believe he came and played in Canada after he was done down there.
Yeah, he might have for a little bit. He had a bad knee. That's what cost him. Anyway, she would go onto the field and take kids' helmets off because they didn't do their physical. Because high school kids at the time, they'll be training all year, get everything done, but nothing will be crossed off like the physical. Something so simple, And so she'll be looking at him. She'll be watching practice. Who is that guy? Just everybody has their names on their helmets and, stuff like that.
Yep.
She knows them. And imagine if you're the coach. You're like, because you as a coach, you want everybody on the field. Hey, first day practice, everything's lined up. You got a scrimmage in, how many days? 10 days, you got a scrimmage. Kid misses practice. 2 practices, he, can't go to first scrimmage. Everything's backed up.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids, oh man, I can't even imagine. I would have loved to be there because that's the #1 responsibility. Get your physical. You start 3 months, you start in the summer. Get your physical,
Yeah. But I'm very fortunate being on the defensive side. Some of the positions I can put a trained monkey in. And, not going to be as good as my first string guys. But I make an example, usually the first game out of one kid. And I've done it every year. And now the last year I didn't have to, but we haven't played for 3 years. Now, next year, I know I'm going to have to be a hard ass because these kids, like you say, the one thing that I will not allow is energy drinks, especially in high school.
Mm-hmm.
The seniors can do what they want. My juniors, if I find out that there's an energy drink drank that day, you're not going to be on my field. Because
Could have a heart attack right on the field.
Well, that's it. I do not need your heart to explode on the field, but try to tell 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid who parent allow him to drink 2 or 3 of these things a day that come game day, he's not allowed.
And that's also the same parent that something like that happens and they want to hold you responsible for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you let my kid drink. But yeah, no. That's one thing that we don't do up here that you guys do down there. And I've tried to bring it in up here, and I've been shut down every year. It's physicals. I've always said that the kids should have, whenever we played, we had to. We had to have a physical whenever we played. About 15 years ago, they took that away. Well, they've been very fortunate. I haven't heard of a child pass away in recent history, but it's just going to take one kid to have an underlying heart condition and poof, oops.
You will help me a lot too. This is pretty interesting. Kids go to school on Friday, they play Friday night. Well, that's what happens around us. Well, the kids are dehydrated. They're in school all day. They don't have any water. And I came across this. Before every game, when we have our pregame dinner, early dinner, have Campbell's soup, Campbell's tomato soup, because they're so loaded up in sodium. The kids would go to the game, they never cramped. We had kids cramp up all the time. After that, just sodium, Campbell's tomato soup, not one kid ever cramped up again. It was amazing.
Well, they used to make us drink pickle juice before and after practice.
Yeah, I remember those days too.
But yet, I thought that the energy drinks, or not, like Gatorade and that, I won't let my kids drink it before the game because they end up cramping up on me because that's all the kids will drink now. So
they know.
a kid might have 3 Gatorades before the game. Well, that's doing nothing for your body, except filling it full of sugar and sodium. So the kid goes down and wonders why. Well, coach, I drank blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you drank Powerade or Gatorade that's full of sugar and full of sodium. But with pickle juice, Matt, it's the vinegar, not the sodium.
Yeah, I don't like Gatorade because of your gastro too.
Mhm.
Those kids can be cramping, and that's another thing with cramps, your stomach. That's the issue right there. That's the reason why they're getting cramps is because of the gastro.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, no, I don't know. It's getting to the point now, depending on how this season goes, I think it's time for coach to hang up the cleats. It just, the BS, the political stuff from the parents is 10 times what it was whenever I coached provincially. Like, provincially, the parents were glad that their children were playing at a high level, so you didn't have any of the garbage. But in high school, the kids figure that, well, I'm an athlete, they'll take me and I can do whatever I want. It's not how it works. Your grades drop below a certain level, and that's not my issue, that's Ryan's. And we've pulled kids off the field because of their marks. And the parents go crazy. We are very fortunate. We have a pretty solid, for a small community, we've got a pretty good football program. And we get them ready to play senior, and usually we have anywhere from 2 to 5 kids get scholarships every year.
that's awesome.
So, the last year that we had football, my son had 4 scholarship offers and decided to pursue the military. So he let all of he just said to me, he's like, Dad, one game it can be all over. He made the choice himself. We actually thought that he would stay with football.
Mhm.
No, but up here, the military except for football, they get paid to play sports. So that's what he's looking for, is whenever he gets into active duty, he's going to be able to play hockey and get paid for it, play basketball, get paid for it, play
Sounds
rugby,
perfect.
get paid for it, and
Awesome.
and serve his country. And
Talk about getting stuff off your checklist. I'm like, why would I want to do anything different? This is perfect.
that's it, and yeah, so they enjoy it. So, but anyways, I think I'm going to shut her down, guys. We're getting on. Well, Matt, it's only 9:37 for you, but for us East Coasters, we're coming on to 11 o'clock. And 7 o'clock.
Yeah, no, you old timers need to get your sleep.
Hey, 7 o'clock comes early, man. I know that's when you're going to bed.
No,
I've seen you in a lot of lives at 5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, I normally go to bed between 5 and 6. But now it's summertime, so I'll take a nap at like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Well,
And then I'll sleep until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'll go get back to work and work through the night.
but yeah, no.
It gets too hot in Texas.
Well,
change of hours. Yeah.
absolutely. Like you guys, the heat is just crazy down there right now. And, but let's face it, most of the people,
Temperature wise, it's not too bad, but when you add the humidity into it, and they say, well, there's other places that are 91%. Yeah, but that's built up to 91.
Yeah.
We set it 40, anywhere from 40 to 60 all day.
Yeah.
So
that's it. It's usually we have very high humidity. This year's been very different. We haven't had the heat. I've had one okra. It's about that long, and it's been about 3 weeks, and it won't grow anymore. So I don't know if I gotta because I know that Joe, you were saying like it should 3 or 4 inches. Pull it. It hasn't got to 3 inches yet, but it's been at this size for 3 weeks. So, but it's getting bigger. And it's the only one that I got. So I was hoping for at least a couple okra to try to fry it, see, but
You should get like 8 to 10, at least 8 to 10.
well, like I said, I'll do a garden update here first of the week. And I won't pull any I'm going to have to pull some banana peppers and some I'll probably be doing pickles this week. And the amount of friggin' yellow flowers on my pickles, but they're not turning into pickles. I don't get it. There's a ton of bees, so the pollen's it's getting pollinated.
What kind of cucumbers did you have?
It was a pickling variety. I don't know. I got 2 of them from you, and I bought one here. And the two that you sent me are in the kiddie pool that I'm using this year.
Okay.
And it's just the amount of flowers. I went, oh my God, if I get a pickle for every flower or get a cucumber for every flower, I'm in trouble. Because, I'm not going to be able to keep up.
Well, usually in the beginning, they could do a lot of flower and they don't get too much. Then all of a sudden, boom, they explode.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes that does happen with cucumbers.
So, and my carrots they're starting to come. The greens are starting to, I don't know, they're about a foot high already. So, but anyways, like I say, I'm going to head out, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. And we're losing people pretty fast, so they're heading off to other lives, and they're I see there's still lives going. There's still people going live right now. So it's going to be a busy night for lives, I think. You better have a nap now.
He needs
Nope,
an
I'm fixing to go get work done.
Well, it's good time to go get work done, considering, you know.
No, well, I have a couple things that I need to fire up the forge for. So,
Oh, sweet mother. Good luck with that. So instead of being 100 degrees, it's going to be 170 degrees.
if not more,
Yeah. Hopefully there's a little bit of a breeze out there tonight.
yeah, I'm turning the cooler on.
Yeah, that'll work. But again, so thank you guys for stopping by.
Take care,
And,
guys.
we will definitely see you, Joe, tomorrow night. And yeah, we will see everybody around this week. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye bye.